fabulous executive living bordering Oak Mountain State Park. Colleen and David Black, Keller Williams Realty, 356-5412. Call on Colleen.
This is the Weather Extreme video. This is for Tuesday morning, the 28th of July. James Spann here. Wet is the word, and maybe really wet before this week is over. This could be one of the most impressive rain events away from a tropical storm or hurricane you'll see this time of the year. Let's take a look at some of the shots early this morning from the Skycam network. First off, the lights of the city of Gadsden, coming from our Skycam up in northeast Alabama in Etowah County. It's dry there for now. Jasper, pretty much the same deal. That's the view from the King Building up in Walker County, and from Birmingham. That's the view there from the Daniel Building on 20th Street, looking back off to the east. You can see some low clouds there. There's a big picture this morning. A vortex is sitting over Canada, just north of the Great Lakes. And big trough covers really the eastern two-thirds of the nation. The heat bubble is suppressed all the way back to the far southwestern part of the nation. And a series of weak waves are moving through the main trough, producing a number of big masses of rain and storms. You can see one just west of here. And look at the radar early this morning, just raining over a large part of Mississippi, western Tennessee, South Arkansas, North Louisiana, back into Texas, all of that moving in here today. So it's just going to be a rainy day, we think, with perhaps a potential of 5-6 hours of rain. That's pretty amazing. So, convective outlook for today, severe weather risk over parts of Texas, the Panhandle, the South Plains, up to near Denver. And look at that, low-end tornado probabilities around here. You don't see that very often in late July. It's at 2%, and they're not going to put out a slight risk for that, but interesting idea. And they note that high storm relative helicity map there. The values are maxed out around Shreveport. And there will be a degree of veering of the wind with altitude today, but because of that big old rain mass, we don't think the instability will be enough to really kick up any severe weather problems. But having said that, you know what we say when it comes to thunderstorms: expect the unexpected. And tomorrow, a slight risk of severe weather over Oklahoma and from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore, of all places. And again, this is the map everybody's buzzing about, the QPF graphic, and really it looks the same as we have seen in recent runs. This is valid through Saturday evening at 7 o'clock. This is suggesting rain amounts of 6 inches, really 6 to 7 inches over northwest Alabama, almost to Birmingham. And the amounts taper off to about 2 inches down around Dothan. But this is why we're saying I can't recall ever seeing a map like this in late July or early August when there's no tropical storm or hurricane involved. So a chance for some really beneficial rain. And not everybody's going to get all that. We know that it's convection. But then again, the chance is good that we're going to get a good soaking here. And the tropics remain awfully quiet. We talked about this last night on Weather Brains. That's our weekly podcast. If you never listened to that, check it out at weatherbrains.com. New episode was posted late last night. This is the modeling, the OZGFS at 1 o'clock today. This is at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet off the ground. Again, that vortex really covers much of North America, with the trough extending down into the U.S., and you can see that the 594 heat rings are way to the east, way to the west of Vortmax near Tupelo, and again, that just looks wet today. Tomorrow looks wet. I promise these maps are changing. That just looks the same. Thursday, same deal, very moist air mass, and look at the big surface lows developing out there across the plain states. This certainly doesn't look like summer. Friday, same deal. Surface boundary north of us stalls out. What about the weekend, you ask? Well, there's Saturday, and the heights are coming up a little bit. You can see the ridge is trying to rebuild, but there's a clear weakness down here right over us, and another vortmax in that flow, and again, that looks awfully wet. Now, Sunday, there's some evidence that just maybe that day will offer a fewer number of showers and storms, but Monday of next week still looks fairly moist, enough for scattered showers and storms. And Tuesday of next week, the same deal. That's August 4th. Let's go to August 12th. What do you say? Now, that looks hotter and drier, doesn't it? 594 heat bubble out there across the nation's heartland, but again, The core of that is northwest of here, and that still looks pretty moist. Again, the idea, I think, is for temperatures to stay below average, rain to stay above average, at least through mid-August. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog, the next video by 3:30 or so today. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.